Right, how is all doing? Good. I just want to make a quick video about the Atari VCS, Um, a few minutes ago, well, an hour ago, I was trying to play Atari 50 on my Atari VCS, but it wouldn't launch, it wouldn't start, And I don't know why, it just wouldn't start. But now it's working, and I don't know, we didn't do anything. It just decided to work again, so I don't know, and in that hour's time, I just restarted my Atari VCS a bunch of times, but the game wouldn't start, So it's working now, so that's brilliant, So I don't know why that happened, but yeah. So if people get this problem that I got with Atari 50 and your Atari VCS, I don't know, time, I guess. Just give it time and it'll start working on its own. You know what I mean? I don't know, so yeah, it's working. Yeah, because for an hour I wasn't, we restarted my Atari VCS a bunch of times. Sometimes that works, if a game won't start or anything, we just restart my Atari VCS and it works, but it wasn't working this time. But now it's working. I don't know why I didn't do anything, but so just time, I guess. Sometimes weird stuff like this happens on the Atari VCS. For some reason, another problem I had with the Atari VCS modern controller, sometimes it just won't connect at all by Bluetooth. Sometimes it just won't connect. Why? I don't know. But other times, yeah, it connects just fine, Like the other day, I was trying nearly for half an hour to connect my Atari VCS modern controller by Bluetooth, and just wouldn't connect no matter what I did, just wouldn't connect. But then about 4 hours later, it worked. It has a mind of its own. That's the only thing we can think of. Just give it time and it works all of a sudden. It's mad, But I think Atari should update the controllers or update the Atari VCS itself. Because I say other people have had similar problems like I have, and they just assumed it was broken. And they said, "We fuck this. I'm just had to waste my money buying this thing." But with me, I just gave it time and it started working on its own again. So, but some people probably wouldn't have that sort of patience. They just assume it's fucking broken and they just wasted their money on buying it. But for me, I don't know why. Like I said, I just gave it time and it started working again. I don't know. It's mad. But I think Atari should update the controllers or update the Atari VCS, the Bluetooth thing or whatever. But it's not just the controllers, it's the games as well. Sometimes the games just won't launch, like Atari 50. And I've had other games in the past that just won't start for whatever reason. And now with those games, with Centipede Recharged, just won't start. We restarted my Atari VCS and it worked, but that didn't work with Atari 50 this time. But now it's working all of a sudden, so I don't know, it's just strange, So just put that out there if people have an Atari VCS and they come across these problems. Just give it time, that's the only thing we can recommend, It will start working again of its own accord. Yeah, so don't throw your Atari VCS in the bin or look for a refund. It still works, it's just a matter of time. But that's for me anyway. But I know people out there wouldn't have that sort of patience. They just assume that it's fucking broken and it's just a dodgy fucking system. But apart from that, the Atari VCS is awesome. I love the Atari VCS and I think it's awesome. And I can't wait to see what else comes out for it. Quantum Recharge is awesome on the Atari VCS. Mr. Run and Jump is awesome. Brilliant, Ends Reach is awesome. Dual Taxi is awesome. Awesome games on the Atari VCS. and there's more to come, like, you know. So my advice is, if people ever get this problem with games not starting or the controllers won't sync up, just give it time like I did and it'll start working again. But that's what I'm saying. Atari should update the system so this doesn't happen. Full stop. You know what I mean? Like, you know, because it will happen again. I just get the feeling that if we went in and started Atari 50 now, we'd probably have the same problem. I don't know, like, you know. But I don't know. That's the thing. But in my opinion, don't throw out your Atari VCS. Don't go looking for a refund. The Atari VCS is awesome, and yeah, brilliant. And I hope Atari update the Atari VCS so we could turn on and off the system with the Atari VCS controller. But the only way to turn the system on is to hit the button on the back of the system, you know. So I hope we can actually turn it off and on with the controller, you know, make it better, you know, somehow. And also make it wireless on everything on the Atari VCS, you know, Xbox Cloud Gaming, everything. With Xbox Cloud Gaming, I have to have the VCS controller plugged in with the USB cable, so I hope they make it wireless, you know. They should, you know, because the PS4 controller works wireless on Xbox Cloud Gaming on the Atari VCS, so Atari should make it that we could use the VCS controller wirelessly on Xbox Cloud Gaming. And but yeah, so it does need updates, the controller, the system, the games and stuff, you know, because sometimes just random weird stuff like this happens on the Atari VCS, you know, that, look, I said, most people probably wouldn't tolerate, you know. They'd say, fuck this, you know. Atari had to make a dodgy system. It's just a minor problem, in my opinion. And it's something that I can live with, because I know that it'll get fixed one way or the other, you know. I'm just asking the question, how did Atari 50 just suddenly fix itself? You know what I mean? That's, but I'm not complaining, it's working. Yeah. But also another thing with the Atari VCS model controller and the Atari VCS Classic joystick. Now, sometimes, I don't know why this happens, right? But if you go into the devices section of the Atari VCS, right, and if you go to my devices, it shows a list of all the controllers, you know, headsets and Bluetooth speakers and stuff. Now, sometimes, right, the Atari VCS model controller, right, it says RDABT, right. Now, what that is the earlier version of that controller, its firmware or something like that. That's the way it was when I first got the Atari VCS. Now, when it's fully, the proper version, it should just say game controller. Now, if you see game controller, it's at the proper firmware, the Atari VCS controller. But sometimes it goes back to what it was before, RDABT. Now, the earlier version means that it doesn't work wireless on anything. You have to have a word. So I don't know why that happens. It's like the Atari VCS just forgets the version that the controller is at. That's just strange, you know. But that problem seems to be gone now. But it did happen before, you know. And I was like, I couldn't play Centipede Recharge wirelessly or any of the games wireless. I had to have it wired with a USB cable. But how I fixed that problem was, I just decided to forget the controller, right? When you have the controller connected, right, it gives you the option to like save it or forget that controller. Now, if you hit forget, that controller will be removed from the Bluetooth list, and you have to pair it again by going to pair controllers. Now, when you repair the controller, it'll be at the proper firmware. Now, if it says game controller, you know that's the proper firmware, you know, and it worked. So yeah, since then I haven't had to forget the controller, then repair it, if you understand. So there's just more things like this that would piss people off, and things that they shouldn't have to deal with this day and age. Well, these are just minor problems in my opinion, you know. But anyway, they're my opinions. So I hope that helps people out there. If it's ever had problems like these, Atari 50 not starting, just give it time. I don't know why. I hope when it started up again, it'll work. And like I said, the problem with the controllers, you know, like sometimes they'll just connect like that, no problem. But other times, we just try, like it just won't connect no matter what. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, they're my opinions and my solutions to these problems. But it's up to Atari to really fix this problem. You know, because I doubt I'm the only one that has this problem. And but we've got patience, and I think the Atari VCS has some women to pull up with these minor problems, in my opinion. So, but if you do come across these problems, that's my solution. You know, just give it time, and just with the controllers, like I said, if sometimes it gets the firmware gets put back to the original firmware, which says RDABT. If you see that, it's at the earliest version. It should say game controller. When you go to the devices section, you go to my devices. You should see a picture of the Atari VCS controller, and beside it should say game controller. If you see that, then it's the right version. But if it goes back to RDABT, you have to forget that controller, then repair it, you know, and then it should work. It work for me. So I hope that helps people if people have these issues. So I hope everyone has a good day out there. Take care, all the best, and bye bye.